Hello children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. So in the previous class we have discussed the questions from 1 to 20. Yes, 1 to 20 multiple choice questions from the chapter fractions. So following the same today we'll discuss the questions from 21. So starting with the first question for today, question number 21. A by B of a wall is painted. The unpainted wall part of the wall is dash. Now what are they saying? See, this is a wall. On the wall, some portion, say this portion called as A by B, this fraction is already painted. Okay, this is already painted. Now, what portion, this portion is unpainted, right? So, how will we find out the portion of the wall that is unpainted? Okay, think a little. Yes, how means if this is a hole, right? This wall is a hole. That means it is one singular object. So, 1 minus the fraction that was painted, A by B. Understood? Suppose if I say that there are 4 balls, out of which one ball was taken away, and how many balls are remaining, what will you do? You will take the total number of balls 4 minus the number of balls that have been taken away, that is 1. Yes, here we are having a single wall, children. How many? Single wall, one wall. So 1 minus what is already painted? A by B is already painted. So when we say 1 minus A by B, we will get the value of the part of the wall that is unpainted or to be painted. Understood, children? As this is in fraction, it might be a little confusing for you. Okay, but try to understand it in a simple way. From the whole, this part is painted. Now the part of the wall or the portion of the wall that is unpainted becomes the whole minus the painted part. Yes, it is just a simple subtraction. Just because it is a fraction here, don't get confused. 1 minus A by B. Option A, 1 minus A by B is the answer. Why 1? Because the wall is a singular object, one object. It is our whole. Minus A by B, which is the part of the wall which is painted. 1 minus A by B will give us the correct answer. Next question 22. The difference between 3 by 2 and 7 by 4 of a number is dash. Okay. Now we are having a number 1. Yes, the 3 by 4 and 7 by 4. What should we do? We should find out the difference. 7 by 4 minus 3 by 4. The bigger fraction first and then the smaller fraction. Yes, 7 by 4 minus 3 by 4. How will we subtract? These two are our like fractions. Do you remember? Both the fractions are having the same denominator 4. So they are called as our like fractions. So we'll directly go for subtracting the numerators, that is 7 minus 3 divided by our denominator 4. 7 minus 3 is equal to 4 divided by our common denominator 4. 4 by 4 is equal to what, children? If we divide 4 divided by 4, the answer would be 4 ones are 4 and the remainder is 0. So what is the answer here? The quotient is 1. So when we subtracted 7 by 4 and 3 by 4, we got 1. Yes or no? 7 by 4 and 3 by 4 of a number. Okay, we are taking the number 1 of which we are having 3 by 4 and 7 by 4. When we subtracted, we got 4 by 4. Yes, and what is 4 divided by 4? It is 1. So what answer did we get? We got the number itself. What did we get, children? We got the number itself. So the difference between 3 by 4 and 7 by 4 of a number is option C, the number itself. It is not half of a number. Quarter. Quarter means 1 by 4, children. Okay. Half means 1 by 2. Quarter means 1 by 4. It is option C, the number itself. Understood? Yes. Next question 23. Solve the following and choose the correct option for the blank space. Again we are having 12 by 13 and minus 9 by 13. We need to solve and write what should be there in the numerator of the difference. Why am I calling it difference? Because we are subtracting two fractions here. The answer will be called as difference. And numerator is the number that is written on top. Now these two are our like fractions again. Both have the same common denominator 13. How will we subtract, children? 12 minus 9 is equal to 3 divided by our common denominator 13, that is already there. So what number did we write now in the blank space? 3. And if you look at the options 3, 4, 5 and 13, which is the correct one? Option A, 3 becomes our correct answer. Next question 24. Consider the following statements. Statement 1. Product of, let me underline it here, statement 1. Product of two fractions is the product of the numerators and the denominators. And then we have statement 2. Addition of two fractions is the addition of the numerators and denominators. And what options do we have? 1 is false and 2 is true. 1 and 2 both are false. 1 is true and 2 is false. And 1 and 2 are true. Now coming to statement 1, children, product of two fractions. What does product means? Multiplication. When I say 1 by 4 into, say 2 by 4, we are having two fractions here which we are multiplying. We did not cover the topic multiplication of fractions in our lesson. Yes, but let me explain it to you here. 1 by 4 into 2 by 4. So when we are multiplying the fractions, okay, we do not check whether they are like or unlike. Okay, let me take 7 here. Okay, 1 by 4 into 2 by 7. We do not check whether they are like or unlike fractions, children. Simply we'll multiply the numerators 1 into 2 divided by, we'll multiply the denominators 4 into 7. 1 2s are 2 divided by 4 7s are 28. Understood, children? What did we do here? Multiply the denominators divided by multiply the numerators. See, even if they are like fractions, what we'll do? 1 into 2 divided by 4 into 4. 1 2s are 2, 4 4s are 16. So when we are multiplying two fractions together, the product will be the product of the numerators divided by the product of the denominators. Okay, it is a very simple concept, the multiplication of fractions. What is it? Product of numerators divided by our product of. So if you look at statement 1 here, product of two fractions is the product of the numerators and their denominators. Yes, children, isn't this correct? Yes, we find out the product of the numerators and then the product of the denominators. That will be our numerator and denominator. So statement 1 becomes true. Next, statement 2. Addition of two fractions is addition of their numerators and their denominators. If you remember addition of like fractions, children, what did we do? Say 1 by 4 plus 2 by 4. What did we do? 1 plus 2 is equal to 3 divided by 4. We just did the sum of the numerators. We did not add our denominators. We just took the common denominator here. We add the numerators, yes, but we do not add the denominators. We just take a common denominator. So what does statement 2 become? Statement 2 becomes false. So what is the correct answer? Statement 1 is true and statement 2 is false. That is option C. Understood, children? Next, what fraction of the figure is shaded? Now it's very easy. First let us count the total number shaded parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 divided by what are the total number of uh, parts in the figure, children? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 4 by 8 is our fraction for the shaded part. But if you look at the options, there is no 4 by 8. So does that mean that our answer is wrong? No. Does that mean that the given options are wrong? No, children. Here an equivalent fraction is given. Okay, if you remember the equivalent fraction again, we need to multiply or divide the given numerator and denominator. If you look at all the numerators here, all of them are less than our given numerator. So that means we need to divide, children. See, here we are having 1 as the numerator here in both the option A and B. So when we get 1, 4 divided by 4, 4 divided by 4, we'll get 1 in the numerator. And as we have divided by 4 in the numerator, we have to do the same for our denominator. 8 divided by 4 is equals to 2. Yes, see. 4 divided by 4. 4 ones are 4. When we subtract, 0 is remaining. 8 divided by 4. 4 twos are 8. When we subtract, 0 is our remainder. So 4 divided by 4 is equal to 1. 8 divided by 4 is equal to 2. So what is our resultant fraction? 1 by 2. So option B, 1 by 2 is our correct answer. Okay, children, so like this in the exam, if you do not find the correct option, try and find the equivalent fraction. You will get the correct answer. Next, how many equal parts does the shape below have? Yes, children, see here the shape is divided exactly into 1 and 2 halves. How many equal parts does it have? 2. Yes, it has 2 equal parts. Next, how many months are there in 1/4 of a year? First, in a year, how many months are there, children? We have 12 months in a year. Now, if you remember what is 1/4, yes, if you remember 1/4 of this means we need to divide it by 4. Yes or no? Yes, we have to divide it into 4 parts and each part is equal to our 1/4. So, dividing means we have to use the operation division here. 4 threes are 12. When we subtract, 0 is our remainder. So 1/4 of 12 months is 3 months. Understood? Suppose if they have asked us half of an year. Okay, so then 12 divided by 2. Divided by the denominator, children. Here numerator is 1. The denominator is 4. So divided by the denominator. 12 divided by 4 is equal to 3. So 1/4 of a year has 3 months. Option C. Next, Sanjay, Ravi and Shikha bought an apple and they wanted to share the apple equally. They cut the apple in 3 parts. Which of the following statements are true? Now what are they saying? There are 3 friends, Sanjay, Ravi and Shikha. They bought an apple and they cut the apple into 3 equal parts. See? If you cut the apple into, okay, just assume that this is apple, children. I know that the apple shape is not like this, but assume that it is an apple and we have divided into 3 equal parts. Okay. Now the first statement is that they all get 1/3 of the apple. Yes, this part will be taken by Sanjay, this will be eaten by Ravi and this will be eaten by our Shikha. So each part is called as what? Each part is denoted by the fraction 1/3. It is one of the 3 equal parts. Each person will get only 1/3 of the apple. So statement 1 becomes true. Next, statement 2. Ravi gets a smaller part than Shikha. But if you read the question again, children, they cut the apple into 3 equal parts. So equal means what here? Each person will get the same amount. Yes or no? No one will get a smaller part and no one will get a bigger part. So Ravi gets a smaller part than Shikha becomes false. Each person got an equal part. Next, statement 3. Sanjay gets 1/3 of the apple. Now what is this 1/3? We discussed it in the first class. 1/3 is nothing but 1/3. Does Sanjay get 1/3 of the apple? Yes, it is true. Each person here got 1/3 of the apple. Next, last statement. Ravi gets 1/4 of the apple. 1/4 means 1/4. Yes, children. Does Ravi get 1/4 of the apple? No, false. Ravi also got only 1/3. So our correct answer is true, false, true, false. That is option D. Okay. Next, match the following. Now here we are having list 1 and list 2, children. 1 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 is equal to how much? 2/4. 1/8 plus 1/8, 2/8. 3/4 plus 1/4, 4/4. 1/3 plus 1/3 is equal to 2/3. Now if you look at list 2 here, the direct answer is only this, D 2. 2/3. Here also we are having 2/3. Now if you are answering this question smartly and check the given options, only option A has D2. Only option A has D2. So even without solving the others, we can say that option A is the correct answer. Okay, but for the purpose of explanation, okay children, let us solve this. What do we have here for C? 4/4. What is 4/4? That is 4 divided by 4. 4 ones are 4. When we subtract, 0 is our remainder. 4 divided by 4 is equal to 1. So C is matched with 4. 4 divided by 4 is equal to 1. Next we have 2/8 and the options we have are 1/4 and 1/2. That means we have to find our equivalent fraction. 2/8 divided by 2 divided by 2, children. See, 2 divided by 2, 1. 8 divided by 2, 4. So 2/8, the answer becomes 1/4. For 2/8, the answer becomes 1/4. That is option 1. Now what is left? 2/4 and 1/2. See, 2/4. Here we are having 1 in the numerator. That means we have to divide by 2. 2 divided by 2, 1. 4 divided by 2, 2. So 2/4 is matched with 1/2. Now what is the correct code? A is 3. Yes, B is 1. C is 4. And D is option 2. See, 3, 1, 4, 2. Yes, so option A becomes our correct answer. Moving on to the next question. How many hours are there in 1/2 of a day? Yes, see, in a day we have how many hours, children? 22 hours. Now 1/2 means what did I say? We have to divide it by 2. 24 divided by 2. We have 2 ones are 2. When we subtract, 0 is remaining, 4 brought down. We have 2 twos are 4. When we subtract, 0 is our remainder. So what is the answer? The quotient here is 12. So the correct answer is option B, 12 hours. Half of a day means 12 hours. Next, there are 10 birds on a branch of a tree. 1/5 of the birds flew away. How many birds are there left on the branch? Now 1/5 means what? 1/5 means 1/5. What are they saying? There were 10 birds and 1/5 flew. Means 10 divided by 5 is nothing but 2. our remainder. So 1/5 means 2 birds flew away. Let me cut the 1/5 now. 2 of the birds flew away. Now how many birds are there left in the branch? It is easy to solve it. There were 10 and 2 flew away. So 10 minus 2 is equal to 8. 8 of the birds are left on the branch. Option C, 8 becomes our correct answer. Okay children? Next, question 32. Which shaded region represents the greatest fraction? Okay, now for this you need to observe the shaded regions. Which shaded regions has the most area? See, this is here covering only this much. This is covering almost the entire circle. This is covering only this much area, and the figure D is covering only this much area. Only by looking at it, what can you say? That option B, the shaded region of figure B, shows the greatest fraction. As it has the greatest shaded region, it shows us the greatest fraction. So option B becomes our correct answer. Understood children? And yes, that's it. This shaded region represents the greatest fraction. Next, which shaded region represents the smallest fraction? Okay. Now what is this? This is 1/3 here. Sorry, let me take another ink. This is 3/4. Yes or no? And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 2/8. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2/6. Now if we find out the equivalent fractions, what children? If you find out the equivalent fractions, this will be 1/4 and this would be 1/3. Dividing it by 3 on the both sides. Now we want the fraction which represents we want the shaded region. If you look at the shaded, see this is obviously the largest fraction. This is the figure with the largest shaded region. So we'll just exclude this. Now coming to 1/3, 1/4 and 1/3. What are these? 1/3, 1/4 and 1/3. These are the other 3 fractions we are having. Now if you remember what I said about the fractions, if we are writing in numbers 3 and 4, 3 will be the smaller one, 4 will be the greater number. But when it comes to fraction, what did I say? That it becomes the reverse. 3 is the greater number and 4 is the smaller number. I mean 1/4 is the smaller fraction, 1/3 is the greater fraction. So which is the smaller fraction here? 1/4, that is 2/8. Or even if you look at the fraction part here, this is 1/4, right? 1/4 means how much? This part. Here 1/4 means this part. See, even if you compare the shaded region, okay, without doing any calculations and all, we can easily say that option C has our smallest shaded region. Yes or no children? See here, this is extra. Here also this is extra. Yes, and if you look at this, only one part is shaded here. These two are, this is the shaded part and these two are our extra parts. So C has the smallest shaded region. Next, what fraction of the shapes are triangles? Now what should we do? First count the number of triangles. 1, 2, 3. 3 divided by, now let us count the total number of shapes. Total number of shapes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 becomes our denominator. What is the fraction children? 3/12. Option A, 3/12 is our correct answer. Next, the table A shows the number of toys in a box. What fraction of the toys are cars and planes? What do we want? We want cars and planes. So cars are 5, planes are 1. So 5 plus 1 becomes 6. The fraction that we want is 6 divided by, what are the total toys? Number of total toys? 5 plus 2, 7. 7 plus 1, 8. 8 plus 2, 10. So 10 becomes our answer. 6 divided by 10. Now again, if you look at the options, we do not have 6 by 10. But all the numerators and denominators are less than the numerator and denominator we have. So first let us find out the equivalent fraction starting from dividing by 2. 6 divided by 2, 3. 10 divided by 2, 5. What is the fraction that we got? 3 by 5. And we are having 3 by 5 in the answer. So that becomes our correct answer. Option B, 3 by 5 is our correct answer, children. Next. The table B shows the number of vegetables kept in a basket. What fraction of vegetables are not carrots and onions? What do we want? The fraction of vegetables that are not carrots and onions. So let us remove this and count the number of vegetables. 4 plus 3, 7. 7 plus 2, 9. Divided by. Now the denominator will be what? The total number of vegetables. 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 9 by 12 is our answer here, children. Okay. And now if we go for, again, the given options does not have 9 by 12. So we should go for finding our equivalent fraction. Now if we start, let me write 9 by 12 here. Is 9 divisible by 2? No. Is 9 divisible by 3? Yes. So let us divide, and 12 is also divisible by 3. So let us divide them both using 12. 9 divided by 3. 3 divided by 12 divided by 3, 4. See, 3 3s are 9 and 3 4s are 12. 9 divided by 3. 12 divided by 3. We have 3 3s are 9. When we subtract, 0 is our remainder. 3 4s are 12, and when we subtract, 0 is our remainder. So 9 divided by 3, 3. 12 divided by 3, 4. So what is our answer? 3 by 4 is our answer. But in the options we are not having 3 by 4. But children, the answer that we got is correct. Okay. So if we make option D as 3 by 4. Let me erase this and write neatly. Yes. If we make option D as 3 by 4, option D becomes our correct answer, children. Okay. So there is no other possibility. It is the only equivalent fraction that we can get. Sometimes a mistake might be given in the exam. So whenever such mistakes are given in the exam, you will get full marks for that question, children. Okay. Don't leave the answer empty. Don't leave the question empty. Tick any of the answers, because the examiner has given the wrong option. He will give you full marks for whatever option you have ticked. Now for this question, the correct answer is 3 by 4. Next, which shows the fraction in the correct order? Now what do we have here? 1 by 4, 1 by 2 and 3 by 4. These are our three fractions represented on a number line, children. Now when we compare 1 by 4 and 1 by 2, yes, when we compare 1 by 4 and 1 by 2, we know that which is the smaller one. 1 by 4 is the smaller one, and then comes 1 by 2. Yes or no? What do we know? We know that 1 by 4 is the smaller one and 1 by 2 is the greater one. Now what about this 3 by 4? Okay, what about this 3 by 4 means? What we can do here, we can take a number, say suppose 4. 1 by 4 of it will be 1 by 4 of 4 will be 1. Yes, 4 divided by 4 will have 1. Then 1 by 2 of 4 would be 4 divided by 2 is equal to 2. 3 by 4 of 4 will be, yes children, 4 divided by 4 we have 1, then into 3. That means we have 3. Okay, but for now you remember that first we have 1 by 4, then we have 1 by 2. Yes, clear? Then after that we have our 3 by 4. After that what do we have? we have our 3 by 4. Okay, this is a little bit complex problem, but for now you learn more about it in your further classes. But for now, this concept is clear, right? First we have 1 by 4, then we have 1 by 2, and then we have our 3 by 4. So option A is showing the correct number line. Next, how many squares have to be shaded to make it 1 by 8 shaded? First, if we count the number of squares, we are having 16 squares. How many squares are we having? 16. The denominator is 16 here, children. Now, but here in the question, we want 8 as our denominator. What do we want? We want 8 as our denominator. That means we have to divide it by 2. We have to divide it by 2. So 16 divided by 2 will give us 8 in the denominator. Now here, when we divide the numerator by 2, we will get our 1. What will we get? When we divide the numerator by 2, we will get 1 in the numerator. Yes, this is an equivalent fraction. Here we are having 16 boxes, but in the question they have asked us to show 1 by 8. Yes, so here the denominator is actually 16, but we want it to be 8. That means we need to divide it by 2. As we are dividing the denominator by 2, the numerator should also be divided by 2. Yes or no? That is the rule. That is the rule of our equivalent fractions. So what number should be there here? 2. Yes, 2 divided by 2 will give us 1. Yes or no? So how many boxes should we shade? We should shade 2 boxes. 1, 2. Now our resultant fraction is 2 divided by 16. Now when we try to find out the equivalent fraction, we have 2 by 2, 1, and 16 divided by 2, 8. That is nothing but 1 by 8. Okay, children? So we need to shade 2 boxes to get our 1 by 8. This is a little bit tricky question. Okay, so in the exam you might have 1 or 2 hard questions like this. But if you understand the question and apply the rules, you will get your correct answer. Next, question 39. How many more parts are to be shaded to make 1 by 2 part shaded? Now see, children, half means what? Yes, this part of the circle is half and this is other 1 by 2. Yes or no? So in this, one part is already shaded. How many more should we shade? 1, 2, 3. So how many should we shade? We should shade 3 more parts to make this figure 1 by 2 shaded. Yes, and clear, right? Sometimes you need to just apply our logic. Yes or no? So in the entire figure, we took the half part, and when we shade 3 parts here, we got our half fully shaded circle. So option B, 3 is our correct answer. The last question for today. How many triangles should be unshaded so that 2 by 12 of the triangles are shaded? Now if you count the number of triangles, we are having 12. And how many are shaded? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But what do we want? The current fraction is 6 by 12. But what do we want? We want this to represent 2 by 12, children. So that means from the given triangles only 2 are to be shaded. Only 2 are to be shaded. Now what are the extra triangles we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have to unshade. That means we have to remove these lines, erase these lines, or we have to erase the color that we have done. Okay, so how many triangles should we unshade? 1, 2, 3, 4. Option C, 4 becomes our correct answer. Understood, children? We want only 2, but here we are having 6. So these extra 4 should be unshaded. And with this, we've come to the end of today's class. Yes, I hope today's class was clear. Please visit our website www.aimstoday.in for other informations. And thank you for